Hello everybody from our channel, the English speakers. We are going to study some Chassidut from Chassidus page from the Chabad Living Jewish. So Elul, the atmosphere in Lubavitch, then and now. Though the month of Elul is an earnest time of Teshuvah, it is during this very time that we experience a particular closeness to Hashem. In a classic Hasidic discourse, the Alter Rebbe explains this by the analogy of a king who, on the way to his palace, walks through the fields. There, everyone can approach him, and he greets them all with a smiling countenance until he enters his palace with only his closen courtiers. So too, during the month of Elul, as Hashem prepares to enter his throne room on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, he meets with us during our daily activities. Thus, we are able to connect to him more easily than usual. At that time in particular, he inspires us and empowers us to do teshuvah and return to him. The previous Rebbe, Rebbe Rayatz, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson from Lubavitch, writes, in Lubavitch, then, even though Shabbos, the previous Rebbe writes, in Lubavitch, even though Shabbos Mevarchim Elul would still be a clear and sunny day, the air felt different. There was a smell of Elul in the air.
What is the smell of Elul?
You could feel the first stirrings of a Teshuvah breeze. Every person there was beginning to grow a little more deliberate, a little more thoughtful, and allowing his weekday affairs to fade from his memory. From Shabbos Nachamu onwards, people would already begin to learn in groups after Mariv in order to cry out in the night. By the time Shabbos Mevarchim Elul came around, one could sense the atmosphere of Elul. Anxiously, people now awaited the time when they could say LeDavid Hashem Ori, Psalm number 27, Tehillim Kaf Zayin. Eagerly, they awaited the first blast of the shofar that would announce that the gates of Chodesh HaRachamim, the month of compassion, had been thrown open. The Hasidic discourses of Shabbos Mevarchim Elul, opening with the familiar words Ani ledodi, were permeated with the spirit of Elul. Every day of Elul was quite unlike every other day of the year. Lying in bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, you could hear that the sunrise minyan in the base Midrash had already finished Shacharis. You could already hear the shofar. It woke you up to the fact that the world was now filled with Elul. You dress hastily, a trifle dissatisfied with yourself for having somehow slept in so late. You recall that this was the time that Moshe Rabbeinu spent on the mountain. These are propitious days in which you can accomplish more than usual. You tell yourself that you really should become a mensch. You cannot let these hours be lost on sleep. By the time you arrive at the Beit Midrash, you find quite a crowd already there. Some are saying Tehillim, some are learning Chassidus, some are reading Tikkunei Zohar, while others, whether standing or sitting, are davening, meaning praying. The Rebbe emphasized that the previous Rebbe told this narrative long after he had left Lubavitch, in order to inspire others to follow this lifestyle. Even today, every Yid is capable of feeling the Elul air. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach, forever and ever.